Who's got the rocket launcher? I say we blow it up. Now fire that thing.
It's for the city of sports, playing with a giant Nick. With my man S. God.
That's him.
You feel the vibe?
That's me.
We going live.
That's us.
That like button shared, you been subscribed.
Stadium.
That MetLife, Big Blue, home of the Braves.
Yeah.
That turnpike, you can see that's where the game's played. NFL one day, then it's the NBA. Madison Square Garden, that's where the Knicks play. This that NY Logan, no it don't get broken. Legalized, mean this shit smoking. I'm on topic, dropping another episode. The game winner, trade, maybe a field goal. Everybody right now doing the wave. You tune in, the show called The-Man-Cave. I see the chat, they always doing their thing. Big views, 85 inch screen. The game's on, you rush and bleed, remain calm. You on the road and chill, do the watch along. The show's on, the host, you know it's S-God. It's no telling the panel filled with guest stars. You're now rocking with the voice, you know who it is. It's your boy J Boogie. You're now rocking with my man S-God. I support him to the fullest, you heard? My man Mike Blaze. This is Alter Production. What that mean? We about to alter everything that's playing. Tune in. My man S.God. Support the show. Subscribe, share it. Most importantly, hit that like button.
Yes, sir. What's good? Salute Big Blue. Salute Giants Nation. What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of the Man Cave podcast with your boy S-God in the house right now, talking Giants training camp recap and also some upcoming contents this season for the Big Blue Sports Network. As the newest member of the Big Blue Crew Sports, it's your boy S-God from the Man Cave podcast and Big Blue Sports Network. As you can see, upcoming contents this season, like I said, we'll talk about that a little bit later. But, you know what I'm saying, if this is your first time to my channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. Also share it on all social media platforms. Let's grow this channel, man. Let's get this channel going because, like I said, this upcoming season, I'm going to be bringing you a lot of stuff, man, a lot of fire content, Giants, Knicks, you know, and even some basketball, college basketball and stuff like that too. So, you know, we're going to get this thing going, man. Got to grow this network, grow this channel, man. Like I said, it don't cost you nothing, man. Just hit that subscribe button, man. Like I said, it's free. You know what I'm saying? Like my boy Lou from G Nation Inside Sports always say, don't be a ninja watcher, man. Just hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? All right. Without further ado, man, let's get into it, man. Like I said, yeah, I was just coming on here, man, giving me a little opinions and stuff like that about the Giants training camp this week. As you know, all 32 NFL teams reported to camp this week. You know, so camp started on Wednesday. It's like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I think what the Giants are doing right now is like they're going back to their old way of doing things. Like I said, I think I was reading somewhere where I forgot the trainer name or the medical guy. But, you know, due to all the injuries and stuff like that, I think from now on the Giants will be doing the training camp will be like three days on, one off and stuff like that. So that's where they're going with it. 3 days on, 1 day off. So training camp was Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. They had today off. They'll be back at it tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday. This week was the first week of training camp, like I said. So it was no pads on this week. So, you know, it's just shorts and things like that. But for the most part, you know, just getting these guys' feet wet, getting them acclimated and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Welcoming back to the facilities and things like that. So, like I said, we're in training camp. Like I said, what I wanted to see, like the camp battles and things like that. So we got a little bit taste of it and stuff like that. Oh, but first, as far as injuries, I know on the first day of camp, you know, Jermaine Illuminor got a little rib injury and stuff like that. But come to find out, man, he only missed like that 1 day or something like that. Came back to camp yesterday and stuff like that and participated and stuff like that. So he just has a bruised rib right now. So, like I said, should be good going forward and stuff like that. Plus, you know, next week they put the pads on, so that'll give him some more added protection and things like that. You know what I'm saying? But with him being out, and I think the offensive line was Andrew Thomas, Stinney, John Michael Schmitz, Runyon, and also Josh Azudu. You know what I'm saying? Playing the right tackle spot because Evan Neal is still out right now, rehabbing from his surgery, from his ankle, haven't made it back fully yet. So he got a little bit of time, but like I said, he's behind the 8 ball right now, so it's best for him to get back in camp, see if he could, get back and win his job or something like that, get started. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, like I said, man, training camp, like I said, I just wanted to see, what training camp was going to start out with and things like that, and get a feel for some of these guys. What's good, Miz? Thanks for tapping in, brother. That's another member of the Big Blue crew. Miz in the midday, man. Make sure you check him out. Make sure you subscribe to his channel, man. You know what I'm saying? Miz come with that fire and also them locks, some guaranteed locks. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but like I said, as far as the camp battles, man, it's just like I'm looking to see as far as like who's going to be the quarterback. I mean, cornerback 2, opposite Deontay Banks. You know what I'm saying? I know right now they got Flott as the projected starter, but that's the thing about camp battles. You know what I'm saying? So it could be Flott, it could be what's that? Trey Hawkins, it could be Herndon. Things like that, and even like Nick McLeod. Nick McLeod is part of it too. So hey, we can't take nothing for granted. Like I said, do we want Flott? Yeah, I would like Flott to win. He's one of our own draft picks. He's a young guy. And like I said, that's why these draft picks, we got to start hitting on these draft picks. They got to start hitting on these draft picks. These guys got to play above their production and start justifying these, their draft slots. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that it's a guarantee or it's something like that, but as an organization, as a team, you want these guys, the draft picks, to pan out, because the more they pan out, the better your team gets. You know what I'm saying? So that's more depth, more things like that. These young guys, they got to come to play. And hey, who knows, man? Like I said, because I'm counting these guys for a big season. And then also in training camp, another thing that I noticed is last year the Giants was playing 7-on-7 and stuff like that. Now they're not even doing 7-on-7 no more. They just doing straight like 11-on-11, which they should have been doing from the jump. Because when you do 7-on-7, there's really no pressure and things like that. There's really no pass rush and things like that. So you really don't get a good gauge. But when you play 11-on-11, that's where it really comes in at, because that's the real defense. That's the real, how can you say, 11-on-11. So that's when you can see the pass rush and things like that. So that's when you really could gauge what's going on, the pressure, how your quarterback going to react, how he going to make plays, you know what I'm saying, how they're going to counter it and things like that. So that's also, I'm glad they doing the 11-on-11, because this season we have got to come out the gates. We got to start fast out the gates. We can't afford to come out the gates slow, sluggish, and get behind and start losing a lot of games. We got to be ready from the jump. We got to be ready to play. Got to be ready to compete. And this season right here, it's a pivotal season, not only for the quarterback, also for the front office, the coaching staff, and also the players themselves. Everybody's going to be held accountable. Like I said, they have to come to play. You can't just go out there and just lollygag and think like you're going to be given a spot. You have to earn your spot. And that's what I'm liking about this staff right now. No slot is given. Guys have to earn their slot, and their spot. They got to earn them spots. It's not going to be given. So like I said, I wanted to see like the quarterback 2 battle. Also, I want to see who's going to start at the safety position and things like that in the secondary, because I mean the defensive line, we already know Dexter Lawrence is going to be the nose tackle, but who's the other guys that's going to line up with him? Because we had P. Dot on the other night, and he said the Giants going to be more of a 4-3 base. I thought it was going to be 3-4. So with a 4-3 base, that means it's going to be two ends and 2 defensive tackles. So like I said, could be Ryder Anderson. It could be Jordan Phillips. And who's the other one? Jordan Riley, things like that. So we're looking to see who's going to be. But all I know is Dexter Lawrence, Kayvon Thibodeau, and Brian Burns is going to be ready. Them guys is going to be ready to eat. Dexter Lawrence is going to do his job. We already know Dexter going to do his job in the position in the middle. He's going to push that pocket, and he's also going to rush the passer. So, hey, these are the guys: Ryder Anderson, Jordan Phillips, Jordan Riley, Nunez, Roches. They got to come to play, bro. They got to come to play. They got to, because the strength of our defense is that defensive line. We got some good linebacking core. We got Bobby Okereke and we got Michael McFadden. But in order for those guys to be successful, we need that defensive front, that defensive line to really get after the quarterback and get to him. So That's the thing. So, but we'll find out more about that, in the next week and the week after that in training camp and stuff, like when they put the pads on. But for right now, like I said, the training camp thing. Some other injuries was who was it? Tyler Nubin, our rookie safety that we picked in the second round. I think he'd been having like leg cramps and stuff like that. So they've been kind of holding him out and stuff like that, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not too really worried about it. You know, like I said, this week right here is just to get the feet wet and get these guys acclimated. You know what I'm saying? Trying to see what we're gonna do as far as like on offense. I think they was working on red zone offense and stuff like that, which we really need because we really need to see these guys function with a functional offense this year. See how this offensive line hold up. I know Illuminor is out, so and what's his name? Neil. Neil is out, so now everything shifts. You know what I'm saying? But Illuminor moves over to right tackle, and then Stinney will move over to the guard, and with Runyon and Schmitz and stuff like that with Andrew Thomas. So, like I said, I think we should be all right. Now, the whole thing with the offensive line is that continuity. That continuity got to be there. If them guys could start clicking from day one, preseason and also in the regular season, then when Neil comes back, hey, he's going to earn his way back and stuff like that. Until somebody either gets hurt or is not playing up to par, he may have to sit on the bench or come off the bench. That if that line is playing great, if they're playing great, I don't want to mess it up. Just, let them find their way. You know what I'm saying? If somebody starts struggling, something happens, hey, I'm all good with it. But other than that, we need to get out the gates real fast out the gates. You can't play around this year. Like I said, this is a pivotal year. But as far as training camp, like I said, this week, no pads on. So, getting their feel on. Yeah, there was some highlights and plays like that, so I'll show you some of those little bit of highlights and things like that. But next week is when the pads come on. That's when it's going to get real. That's when it really gets real. When pads come on. And like I said, just knock on wood. We ain't had too many injuries, so I'm not, what I'm saying. But next week, if we could escape next week and then also some of the preseason without some injuries, that's all we asking for, health, and get out of there unscathed, we'll be all right, man. I think them guys, like I said, I'm really hoping to see what them guys going to do this year, man, and stuff like that. And training camp, like I said, and also I noticed there's been a little juice or something like that, some type of confidence level or something like that. And, a lot of people been talking about like it could be Malik Neighbors. He's, his confidence is infectious, you know what I'm saying? But I also think Deontay Banks too, because last year when we did draft Banks, he was a very confident, cocky player. And like I said, I like that because like I said, it shows like he's ready for the big moment. And we need guys like that. We need dogs. That's our whole thing. The more dogs we get, the better we're going to be. The better our play level is going to rise up. We need more dogs. Like I said, we got Deontay Banks, dog. Malik Neighbors, dog. And it looked like it's rubbing off. I mean, Wandell Robinson, he's a dog. Jalen Hyatt, he's a dog too. You know what I'm saying? We starting to build this thing up little by little. These guys are starting to play. Dexter Lawrence, we already know he's a dog. Brian Burns, he's a dog. Kayvon Thibodeau, he's going to be a dog too. He's a dog. He got some dog in him. But I think with Brian Burns this year, with the addition of Brian Burns, is really going to elevate Kayvon Thibodeau, like I said, because he's going to look to outshine Burns, and they're going to feed off each other because guess what? If one of them's successful, they both going to be successful. You need both these guys to be successful. You know what I'm saying? We can't have like just Brian Burns doing work, Kayvon. It's like, nah. If Dexter's in there pushing that pile, you need to get in there and eat. We need to see these guys eat. Feast this year. They got to feast on that line. Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau is going to feast. And then also you got backup Azeez Ojulari, you know what I'm saying? He'll be coming off the bench to spell those guys. So, which will be a good role for him because, like I said, he's been like injury prone a little bit. So maybe that'll keep him much fresher and things like that to help out and things like that. So, we need more depth. Like I said, I could see us signing another defensive lineman, but also another offensive lineman too, because like I said, Greg Van Roten came in, he's a former Las Vegas Raiders for Carmen Brasillo, and he played with Jermaine Illuminor. He came in for a visit, and hey, if it comes down to it, I don't know what they're waiting on. Sign the guy. He was one of the top guards last year in football. Hey, we need all the guard help we can get because like I said, injuries is part of the game. That's the business. That's the reality. That's the business. So you can't always be too what you call sure. So hey, we need to sign that guy, get him in here. We need more depth because, like I said, it's a business. The reality of it, injuries is part of the game. And like I said, and he can help us. And also, what also helps is that he played with Illuminor and Brasilla. Like I said, that's familiarity and things like that. And they work good together. Like I said, if they could lock down one side of the line, bro, we got something. Because I know Tom's going to lock down his side. You know, JMS in the middle, JMS, that's only going to make JMS that much better. So, hey, sign this guy, get him in here. We need him in here and stuff like that. You can't have too many offensive linemen anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that'll help us, like I said, because we have got to get this offensive line under control and we got to get them better. For too long, I want to say about a decade, about more than 10 years, ever since like Sean O'Hara, David Deal, and Snee, and all these guys left, Rich Seibert, our offensive line has been trash, and that's what's been holding us back. The offensive line has just wrecked our game plan year after year. Quarterback has been getting battered, sacked all over the place. Our playbook has been garbage because if your offensive line is terrible, you cannot. That's going to throw. You have to throw out half your playbook because you can't. You have no confidence in this guy protecting your line, protecting the quarterback, making plays. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't open them holes for the running back to run through. So it's like it messes up your whole offense. It wrecks your offense. That's why it's very important that we get this line straightened out. And I'm glad about this front office. This year, they put an emphasis on trying to get this line finally right and fix it. Yeah, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take time, but I think it's a step in the right direction. In the offseason, we got Runyon and Illuminor. And also, like I said, we signed like 6 or 7 offensive linemen to try to straighten out this problem. Because if you look at it, last year, most of our pressure, believe it or not, came from the interior of the offensive line. So the interior of the offensive line, that's the 2 guards and the center. So if that's where most of your pressure is coming from, quarterbacks are not going to succeed because at the end of the day, if the pressure is coming up the middle and stuff like that, that means your quarterback going to have to be flush out the pocket to either the right or the left side. Now that throws him off his throwing motion. You know what I'm saying? And also for him, got to look downfield, and he really can't because he has to run for his life. But if that interior offensive line is straight and the pressures come from the outside, then what your quarterback could do, he could just come and duck inside, and he could step into his throw and make the throws and find his receivers. So I think that was an emphasis. Is like they saw like our main problem was the interior offensive line. They addressed that. They got two guards. Like I said, 6 offensive linemen. Like I said, to me on paper, it looks like an upgrade. Like I said, we'll see when the game starts, but I think it's an upgrade because the guys that we had and the offensive line coach we had last year, they couldn't pick up stunts. And that was one of our biggest problems, picking up stunts. Every time teams throw stunts at us, it's like these guys, I don't know what happened to them. It's like they just space out or they don't know, like they've never seen it before. And boom, before you know it, within a second, they was at the quarterback. And the quarterback was like, he's looking like, which way I got to run? I mean, they coming from all over. They come from inside, outside, all around. It's like, man. So, like I said, interior offensive line is very important. The whole line is important, but the interior offensive line is important because you want your quarterback to play, to be able to step into that pocket and step up and make the throw. And like I said, the tackles are another important position. Like I said, we got a solid left tackle, one of the best left tackles in football. So I'm not worried about that side. Our problem was the interior and that right tackle position. So the guys we signed in the offseason, Jermaine Illuminor, the number one on our thing, is number 1 free agent. Like I said, if Evan Neal messes up or he's not ready, hey, we got an insurance policy right there. Jermaine Illuminor is ready to step up and take over. And like I said, and the way looking, Evan Neal is already on the PUP list, so he's going to miss some practices and things like that. I don't even know if he's going to play in the preseason or not. But if he doesn't play in the preseason, I'm pretty sure he's probably going to start on the PUP list. So that means he's going to probably miss the first 6 games of the season, and then he'll come back after that. And then in that time, he's going to have to work his way back in there, because I think after the 6 weeks or something like that, they work you out and see if you're even ready to come back. So we'll see what happens with that. But like I said, this training camp, like I said, it looks like this training camp has been different. It's been different. It's been more juice, more guys are really confident. Guys are playing great. And like I said, you see it in the highlights. You see it on things like these guys really enjoy each other and things like that. And that's what you want to see, man. You want to see your wide receiver trio and stuff like that. These guys, the running backs, the linemen, be confident, because guess what? They confident. We confident. We're gonna have a great season, man. All we got to do is block, pass block, run block. That's all we got to do, and protect the quarterback. If we do those things, we're gonna have a good season. I'm not even worried about it, you know. So, like I said, the first week of training camp recap, man, it was great. Like I said, we came out of there with minimal injuries. Like I said, Aaron Robinson, he's on the PUP list, but he hasn't played basically about 3 years. He only played the first season, played 8 games, and that was it. After that, you know what I'm saying? Man, he's been a no-show. What's good, Pop? What's good, my brother, NYG? Yeah, like I said, the offensive line, like I said, shore up that interior offensive line, man. I'm glad that they really went into it this offseason, because like I said, that interior offensive line, if the pressure's coming up through the middle, your quarterback don't have no chance, man. He's gonna have to run to the left side or the right side, and that's running into danger, running into pass rushers. You know what I'm saying? What's good, Travel Bobs? Thanks for coming through, bro. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's like I said, they come up through that middle, man. Yo, the quarterback has no chance. Now, like I said, the play is over with, because he has to run for his life, or you got to try to make a play. I mean, like a play on the run. You know what I'm saying? Now you don't take him off his throwing spot. You know what I'm saying? You don't messed everything up. That's what I'm saying. That's why the interior offensive line is important. If that interior offensive line is straight, your quarterback can stay in that pocket and step up and make them throws and throw to his receiver and make some plays. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can get some pressures from the outside, like the pass rushers on the left side or the right side. But if that interior offensive line is straight, hey, your quarterback has a place he can hide in there, make the throws, and make the plays. So, like that's what I'm glad they tackled that interior offensive line. That was one of the biggest things they tried to tackle. So I'm happy with that. We'll see what happens as far as the regular season and things like that. But we really want to see what's going to happen in training camp and also preseason games. You know what I'm saying? I know the preseason games, I think there's only 3 preseason games, and one of them is the dress rehearsal, which most likely will be the last one. So the first 2 games, yeah, you could take it with a grain of salt, because like I said, the starters probably won't even hardly play that much. But that third game, they'll play like a half or something like that. So that's the game that I really want to see how we're going to come out and play, on both sides of the ball. But the most important thing is we want to see how our offense is going to do this year, the offensive line and the weapons that we have. You know what I'm saying? Because that offensive line is the key to everything, man. If them guys can hold up, I think we can have a good season, man. But if them guys don't hold up, or they not as good as we think they are, that could wreck our season again. But I think I got more confident in these guys than the guys from last year, because the guys from last year, like I said, these guys can pick up stunts to save their life, man. Every time you turn around, there's a stunt here. Hell, sometimes wasn't even no stunts. Them guys was getting beat like a drum. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was like on to the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? 85 sacks in a season. Bro, that's inexcusable. That's way too much. 85 sacks is way too much in a season. No quarterback is going to survive that. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody say like the big quarterbacks, the good quarterbacks. Yeah, they can make plays here and there, but for the most part, if your quarterback is on the run, he ain't making too many plays like that, man. 85 sacks, we got to get that down. So this year, I think to me, will be a successful season this year for the offensive line. 85 sacks last year. If we can get it down somewhere around 40, 30 something sacks, yay. That's kind of like the average is about 30 something sacks, if that, you know what I'm saying? So we get it down in there, that'd be a godsend. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a godsend if we can have that. And I think, like I said, these guys are up for the task and stuff like that. Our whole thing is health, man. We just got to stay healthy. And like I said, I like that line, man. If it's Thomas, Stinney, JMS, Runyon, or flip-flop Runyon and Stimmy. I don't care at the guard spot. And Illuminor at right tackle, I feel great. I feel confident in that line. You know what I'm saying? And I think to tell you the truth, I think that's the line that's eventually going to start anyway, regardless of what Evan Neal does as far as like, because he's going to miss too much time right now. So I think that's going to be the starting line. Not unless somebody could beat Stinney out, but I think it's going to be Andrew Thomas, Stinney, JMS, Runyon, and Illuminor. And then, like I said, if they sign Van Roten, you know what I'm saying? I wish they could sign him, man, because like I said, you could sign him, that could shore up your offensive line, and we'll need that because, like I said, I'm not worried about the defense this year, you know what I'm saying, as far as like the defensive line and things like that. And from the things I've seen in camp, man, Shane Bowen, like I said, his defense is like, hey man, you got 2 high safeties. Sometimes you might have been playing with 3 safeties, things like that. And I like the fact that we really don't have to blitz that much this year coming up. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna rely on the front 4, you know what I'm saying? And then also, I think for the first time, we're gonna implement a 9 wide defense, which we never really played a 9 wide defense with Wink Martindale and some of these other defensive coordinators that we had. Like, if somebody could like let me comment in there, but I don't remember us playing a 9 wide. I know the Eagles used to play a 9 wide against us and things like that, but we never did. So that'll be something different this season to see a 9 wide on the defensive side and stuff like that. And like I said, as far as the front, hey man, our front, like I said, if we get that pressure with our front on the defensive line, hey, the other 7 guys back there, they're gonna eat because guess what? All they gotta do is react to plays because they're gonna be looking into the quarterback. They're gonna be looking to the quarterback. So when you're playing like that, that gives you more opportunities to get interceptions, tip the ball, deflect the ball, things like that, and also interceptions, turnovers. And another thing, the front 4, like I said, we're gonna bring pressure, but like I said, we need to make sure our front 4 can stop the run. If you can stop the run in football, you are going to be way more successful on defense because stopping the run, now that means like teams are going to have to abandon the run, and then all they're going to do is relate to pass and play. And when they go passing, pin your ears back, and the defense can go in there and try to get the quarterback. If you can put them in like 2nd and long, 3rd and long, that's what you want to do to make a lot of passing plays so you can tee off on the quarterback. That's what you want. So our first thing is we have to stop the run. Stop the run. If we can stop the run and get some pressure and get some sacks, we're going to have a great time on defense this year too. And like I said, for the first time, we ain't going to be blitzing too much. Yeah, we're going to blitz here and there and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's just going to be that front 4. If we could just pressure and just collapse that pocket, that's what we want to do. And like I said, you look at some other teams with defense, like the Jets, they're the same way too. Their front 4, their front guys put all the pressure and stuff like that, so that guys in the back can stay and make plays. And that's what we going towards too. So, and we got the horses to do it. You got Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, with either Ryder Anderson or Jordan Phillips, Jordan Riley. So we should be good. I'm not even, I'm not looking to stop them. That's right. Just what I said, NYG, stop the run. Because the Eagles, you stop that run, you make Jalen Hurts a passer. Stop the run. Stop the run and make these quarterbacks beat you with their throw. Like I said, if we can stop the run, that's going to make a team one-dimensional. And when you make a team one-dimensional, you have a very good chance on defense of making plays, getting interceptions, and making stops and things like that. And like I said, too many quarterbacks don't want to just have to throw the ball. They don't want to throw the ball all the time. They want to do like a half and half, like, handoff, throw, handoff, throw. They don't want to throw the ball 45 times in a game. You know what I'm saying? Only hand the ball off like 12 times or something like that. Because the more they throw the ball, the more opportunities they get for turnovers and interceptions and things like that. So that's when you could get in there and make some plays. Yep, playing zone coverage. Yeah, because like I said, you could disguise it, things like that. And another thing is the players. You got some players in there that got some speed and ball hawks and stuff like that, or have a nose for the ball. Yeah, that's what you want. Guys like that. And like I said, it's starting to seem like on the back end, like I said, Dane Belton, I know, is like he's a ball hawk, you know what I'm saying? He has a nose for the ball. And we'll see, like I said, Tyler Nubin, these other guys, you know what I'm saying? Pinnock, So, hey, man, I'm just, like I said, I think that's one of the things I'm excited about this season, to see what this new defensive coordinator and our new defensive scheme is going to be, and how these guys play and react to it. So, like I said, no more too much rushing the passer, blitzing the passer on every down, and leaving your man on the island. And that's how you get beat sometimes, because there's some quarterbacks that, you know, they pick up the blitz real quick and get it out to their players. And once they get it out, ain't too many guys back there to make some stops. But now, if you got guys back there, you know, you're going to get more opportunities to make some plays and stuff like that. Like I said, and we finally feel good to be the hunter instead of the hunted. You know what I'm saying? Get out there, make some plays and stuff like that. And like I said, we got the horses up front to do it. That's one of the difference. If we didn't have like a good defensive front, or we didn't have Dexter Lawrence or somebody like that, then I'd be like, yeah, we're gonna have to manufacture something. We're gonna have to do something. You know what I'm saying? But Dexter Lawrence, one of the best Pro Bowl defensive tackles, top 3 tackles in the league. So that's a great place to start. Then you got some edge. The edge, you got Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, you know what I'm saying, to come off the bench, Azeez Ojulari, you know what I'm saying. And then also, like I said, we got the Swiss Army knife in the back, you know, Isaiah Simmons. He could come off the edge or something like that, or center, you know, to get to the quarterback. He got that speed, you know, to get up there and stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting to see as far as that, you know. And like I said, next week they finally put the pads on. Next week, I think training camp is tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday, because they're doing this new schedule. It's 3 days on and 1 day off. So, you know, because like I said, the new guy who he used to be on the Giants, I guess I don't know if the strength and conditioning coach or the medical staff is like, they go into that format, which would be great for us, you know, so it would be great that they could do that and stuff like that. And another thing that I talked about earlier for people who wasn't in here is like, the Giants last year was doing 7-on-7s and stuff like that. This year they scrapped the 7-on-7 and just doing 11-on-11, which is good, because 7-on-7, there's no pressure. You can't, I mean, nobody pass rushing or nothing with 7-on-7. So it was a waste of time. So they just doing the 11-on-11. So you can pass rush and get some pressure, so that way we can really see. So tomorrow and Monday's the day they're going to put the pads on, I believe. So that's when we're really going to get a good gauge, you know what I'm saying, and see what the defense and the offense can do, and how this offensive line is going to hold up on that. See if these dudes can pick up some stunts, blitzes, and stuff like that. I'm excited to see, man. Like I said, this new revamped offensive line, I'm excited to see what these guys going to do, what they can do, and stuff like that. And I want to see how Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau is going to come off the edge, things like that. And then I want to see what our interior offensive linemen, they're going to hold up in the middle. If Daniel Jones could slip in the pocket, you know, slip in there, make some throws, step in the pocket and make some throws, hey, man, I'm all for it, man. I am all for it, you know. Yeah. But like I said, on the defensive side, like I said, stopping that run. Pass rushing is great. Yeah, we need the pass rusher. No problem with that. But if you can get in there and stop the run, because I think Shane Bowen, from his days at Tennessee, I think he finished, I want to say 7th one time or something like that. He usually finishes up there as far as stopping the run. So that's a big thing, man. We can stop the run and pin our ears back. We got the guys to go get the quarterback. So that's a good recipe for some wins, especially on the defensive side. Our only problem, like I said, is the offensive side. We just gotta pick up the offense, see if these guys could be sustaining drives this year, see how they're gonna be, how effective they're gonna be on offense. And another thing, I know a lot of people is talking about. I know a lot of people is mad about, you know, the check downs and stuff like that, and dink and dunks and stuff like that in the past and stuff like that. But looking at this first practice, these first 3 days of practice, it looked like the Giants are having more of an emphasis of throwing the ball downfield. And when you start throwing the ball downfield a lot more, now it makes the defense on the other side. Now it makes these guys play back a little bit and open up that middle. And if you open up that middle, the seam and things like that, that's where like people like Wan'Dale Robinson, the tight ends, they can feast and get some get some big plays in the middle. So we got the horses to get downfield. We got Neighbors, Hyatt, Slayton, you know, and Wan'Dale Robinson. Oh, that's the thing with our receivers. All our receivers have speed. That's the one that they got speed, and that's a great thing. And I know, like I said, I've heard on, like, you know, my boy Lou from Big Blue from G Nation Inside Sports. He says the greatest show on turf Big Blue Edition, and well, I read somewhere and I was like, oh, you know what? I think I like that name for our trio, Neighbors, Robinson, and Hyatt. I'm gonna name them the SEC3. Yep, the SEC3. So if I refer to the SEC3, you know what I'm talking about. Hyatt, Neighbors, and Robinson, the SEC3, LSU, Kentucky, and Tennessee. I think that's a good name for those guys, the SEC3. Hopefully, like I said, I know there's been some other trios in the past, like, of course, the, what's it called? The Three Amigos, with the Broncos from back in the day. Then you had the Posse with the Redskins and stuff like that. So if the SEC3 could do their work, and like I said, the way these guys are playing in training camp, like I said, they're confident and they want the challenge. You know what I'm saying? I think that'll be, that stuff is dope. The SEC3. That's all I'm gonna say for the wide receiver trios like this. So if I say the SEC3, you already know what I'm talking about. Neighbors, Robinson, and Hyatt, like, yo, what they do today. If we can go into games with the SEC3 and stuff like that, and this offensive line can hold up, I think that's gonna be some things, man. I can't wait to see that, man. Yeah, like I said, I read that in one of the things. I read that on one of the things, one of those like Giants thing and something like that. It's like somebody said that like the SEC3, one of the thing, and I was like, yo, you know what? I didn't even think about that. It's like, yo, that's a great name for them guys, the SEC3. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, and all them guys got speed, man, speed. And you know what they say, speed kills, man. So like I said, if our O-line give us some time to throw the ball, man, hey, you already know what that means. I'm gonna just show you a little bit of training camp highlights. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, some people seen like the training camp highlights and stuff like that, but I'm gonna just share a little bit of it for you, man. Let's get on here and see. Seen some of them highlights in training camp, man. These guys got me like, man. Like I said, I want to see when they get. So, right, bro. Like, share, and subscribe, man. Like I said, man, hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button, man. If this is your first time, man, hit that subscribe button. It don't cost you nothing, man. Just hit that subscribe button. Like I said, subscribe to all my brothers on the Big Blue crew. You know what I'm saying? Unpopular Opinion Sports, Big Pat Sports Talk, G Nation Inside Sports, Miz in the Midday, Wales to New Jersey. With a Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports, Big Blue in the Bronx, Knicks Cast, and everybody, man. Zion Zenith, Mac the Giants, man. Subscribe, man. The Big Blue Crew Sports Network and stuff like that. And that's a great segue into my next conversation I was gonna have, was like upcoming contents this season coming up. It's like I said, if you didn't know, man, Man-Cave God podcast, man, newest member of the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. And like I said, this season, man, we're gonna come to you, we covering all aspects of sports, man. Majority of aspects of sports, different sports thing, basketball, football, boxing, baseball, UFC, WNBA, college football, college basketball, everything, man. Just like a wide world of sports, man. Just a wide range and stuff like that. So coming up this season, man, like I said, I'm gonna be doing some Knicks content, Giants content as usual, but I'm also gonna do college basketball this year. So I'm a Duke fan and stuff like that. You see right there. So, and I know some other guys are UNC fans. You got Rutgers. Whatever, man. Like I said, man. Hey, we're gonna bring you all the content, man. Just do what we got to do, man. What I'm saying, to bring a Big Blue Crew Sports, man. Get all your content right here, man. We're going to have it all covered for you, bro. What I'm saying? Just click on it. Watch anything you want to watch, man. That's what's coming in the future and stuff like that, man. So we're going to be on it, man. We're going to be on it. Like tonight, if you into boxing, if my brother G Nation Inside Sports, Wales to New Jersey, they're going to be on Leather to the Face tonight. So just, go subscribe to their channels. Click in tonight. They should be on about either 9 or 10 o'clock tonight, Leather to the Face and stuff like that. You want some boxing, UFC, things like that. So great content, man. Like I said, there's a content for you for everything that you need, any sport that you like and stuff like that. So we're going to have you all covered. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm Pop NYG. Pause on that UNC-ish. You know what I'm saying? It's all about Duke right here. All about them Blue Devils, bro. You know how it is. Tobacco Road. You know what I'm saying? Separated 8 miles. It's going to be a great rivalry. It's always a great rivalry with UNC, NC State, Wake Forest, the ACC in general. Growing up, you know what I'm saying, in New York and stuff like that. Always a Big East at first, but then once I seen the ACC, got on ACC, was just like, hey, it's been ACC ever since, man. Always got love for the Big East and stuff like that, but ACC was always near and dear to my heart. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, man, just make sure, like I said, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Also share it, man, and stuff like that. And next week, I won't be on tomorrow because I know I got to work tomorrow, but you're going to check out my boys, my brothers, the Big Blue Crew Sports, Unpopular Opinion Sports tomorrow. Check them out. Giants Conversation tomorrow at 11:30, in the morning and stuff like that. Make sure you tap in and stuff like that. Get your Giants content and some other things. Also Tuesday, do Heart of the City, talk about everything New York sports and stuff like that. And then Friday, Blacktop Podcast, talking basketball, NBA, high school basketball, college basketball. So yeah, got everything, man. So like I said, make sure you come in this fall, man. Big Blue Crew Sports Network and stuff like that. Make sure you share, subscribe, like, and then like I said, yeah, that's some of the things I'm gonna be doing this coming season. Like I said, so weekends, some college basketball, it's always going to be college basketball, college football, stuff like that. So we'll keep you informed and stuff like that, definitely will be and stuff like that, man. But like I said, training camp next week, I can't wait for it. Like I said, it actually starts tomorrow, but like I said, I think they'll be in pads on Monday. Oh, I could be wrong, but like I said, now that's when it's going to get real. I want to see what guys going to do. Like I said, hopefully, we could be go unscathed. Not too many big injuries or no injuries at all. Knock on wood. That's what we want. Injury free, man. We need to go into this preseason, and we need to go into the start of the season with our best offensive lineup, defensive lineup from the jump. We need to start out fast out the gates this year. Can't start out slow, man. Like I said, this is a very pivotal season, for the New York Giants and stuff like that. I have a good feeling. Like I said, if the offensive line do what they're supposed to do, I have a really good feeling we're going to have a good season. I know everybody's doubting us and things like that because they so-called hate our quarterback so much, and it's just like they don't see what you guys like, bro. It's a team sport, man. If everybody else do their work, the quarterback will be all right, man. Not worried about it at all, man. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, like I said, we're talking about training camp. Man, it's like you got the dogs going at it right now. You got Malik Neighbors and Deontay Banks going at it in training camp. And man, that's a great thing, man. Iron sharpen iron, man. You know what I'm saying? So I love that. I love the trash talking between both of them. And that's even gonna make both of them that much better because Deontay Banks is one of the nice young cornerbacks in football. Malik Neighbors, he's gonna get his chance out there to show what he can do. Like I said, so far, man, I've been seeing the routes he's been running, things like that, and it's also being effective. Carrying to Jalen Hyatt because I've seen him play Jalen Hyatt in preseason. Training camp. I was like, yo, Jalen Hyatt's is like, yo, he's been practicing, he's been getting better. Working with Mike Groh, our wide receiver coach, And, just if you got good route runners like Wandale Robinson and Malik Neighbors, hey, man, them guys is going to rub off on you. And it's like, yo, Jalen Hyde, he's getting his route tree. He going to be a problem, man. He get that route tree, he going to be a problem. I know people talk about, can he get off a press and all stuff, but like I said, there's not too many cornerbacks that play that press anyway. It's going to be some here and there, but if they do, more likely they'll be on Neighbors or something like that. Not every team got like a couple of press corners, 2-3 press corners or something like that, maybe one or something like that. And even if they had two, you have to be on somebody else too. And yeah, I think he'll be able to get off the line. But yeah, I agree. That Banks and Neighbors battle is fire, and they've been going at it. And I like that because, wherever he goes, I go. Wherever Malik Neighbors is lined up, Banks is lined up over there. He's following him. It ain't like he's like pushing him off to somebody else. He's following them all around. So wherever he goes, I go. And like I said, Neighbors been getting some stuff up, but Banks been playing good too. You know what I'm saying? I know sometimes it shows in the highlights, the training camp, like Banks is getting cooked, but that's just a little that they show. But I'm pretty sure Banks get his too. Makes him stop because, like I said, he is a tough corner. He's a physical corner, so he's a physical corner. He got the size, stuff like that to battle with Neighbors. I mean, basically they're a carbon copy of each other as far as like height, weight. They the same. 6 feet, 200 pounds. So it's not like it's like 6 feet, 200 pounds. Neighbors going up against like 6 feet, 170 Banks. Nah, they both, they both right there. Like I said, that's great. Like I said, things like that make your team that much better because you got guys that are dogs that's going at it in practice. It's going to rub off on other people. And like I said, the more talent we get, the better we're going to get and the better we're going to be. And that's what you want to see. So you want to see your best go up against the best. And like I said, and that's going to make them even better. So when Banks is out there playing D, in preseason against other, he's getting his skill, with Malik Neighbors with his route running. So, he'll be ready for it. Last year, he took his lumps a little bit, but he was there, man. He was there. He made some plays and stuff like that. As the season went on along, he got better and better. And like I said, he's getting more comfortable with the NFL game, the speed and things like that. That's going to help it even better. And I think our first preseason game is the 8th against the Lions. I think it's the Lions. We play the Lions because we have a joint practice with them. And I think that joint practice, it may be next week or the week after. I think it's this got to be this week coming up because the game is next weekend, like the 8th or something like that. So their joint practice is coming. And I think we got a joint practice with the Jets too, I think it's the Jets and the Lions that we got a joint practice with. So that's what's going to make it even better and stuff like that, man. But like I said, all in all, man, Big Blue Crew, we're coming out, like I said, in the fall, man. So just look out for stuff like that. We're coming through, like I said, with all the content and stuff like that. Whatever you want, whatever you need, we got it. Go subscribe to everybody's channel and stuff like that. Big Blue Crew, Big Pass Sports Talk, G Nation Inside Sports, Miz in the Midday, Unpopular Opinion Sports, and YG. Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports. Mac the Giant, Zion Zenith, Big Blue in the Bronx, Knicks Cast, and more. But like I said, tonight, if you want to watch some leather to the face, you got G Nation Inside Sports in Wales to New Jersey. But like I said, I'll see you, catch you guys next week. Like I said, I'll probably, let me see, I have to do something like a recap like next week too, like for a training camp. So it could be like Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll probably come back on and stuff like that. But you can catch me on some other Big Blue Crew Sports Network content. Like I said, well, I know I got to work tomorrow, so I won't be on Giants Convo tomorrow, but I definitely will be on Monday, Tuesday, and stuff like that. So you can catch us next time, man. And like I said, training camp is going to be fun next week. Like I said, the camp battles, everything is going to be straight, man. Can't wait for it, man. Cannot wait for that. So like I said, please hit that like and subscribe button and also share, on all your social media platforms and stuff like that. It costs you nothing to subscribe, man. Subscribe to the channel. Let's grow this channel. Let's grow all our channels. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we keep it real and we bring you great content, man. Till next time, man. See you guys next week. Like I said, next Tuesday or Wednesday, stuff like that. I'll be back on again, giving up some more recap. But until next time, man, see you guys. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for tuning in.
Who's got the rocket launcher? I say we blow it up. Now fire that thing.
It's for the city of sports, playing with a giant Nick. With my man S. God.
That's him.
You feel the vibe?
That's me.
We going live.
That's us.
That like button shared, you been subscribed.
Stadium.
That MetLife, Big Blue, home of the Braves.
Yeah.
That turnpike you can see, that's where the game's played. NFL one day, then it's the NBA. Madison Square Garden, that's where the Knicks play. This that NY Logan, North don't get broken. Legalized mean this shit smoking. I'm on topic, dropping another episode. The game winner, trade, maybe a field goal. Everybody right now doing the wave. You tune in, the show called TheMan-Cave. I see the chat, they always doing their thing. Big views, 85 inch screen. The game's on, you rush and bleed. Remain calm, you on the road and chill. Do the watch along. The show's on, the host, you know it's S-God. It's no telling, the panel filled with guest stars. You're now rocking with the voice, you know what it is. It's your boy J Boogie. You're now rocking with my man S-God. I support him to the fullest, you heard? My man Mike Blaze. This is also production. What that mean, we about to alter everything that's playing. Tune in. My man S-God T.O.D. Support the show. Subscribe.